What's up everybody, the Blue Fang here, and today I'm back with a part 2 for What If Naruto Was an Experiment. Since you guys completely destroyed the like goal last time, I gotta have to bring out a part 2. Also, since we're getting very close to 2,000 subscribers, I'm going to have a poll on what I should do when I hit it, so get ready for that. The like goal for this video will be 180 likes for the next part. Now before I get into the recap, subscribe if you're new, hit the like button and turn on bell notifications. So with no further ado, let's get into the video. So last time we left off at the part where Naruto killed Kimimaro in a one-on-one match, since he thought he could finally get out of the Sound Village after that, so he could go back to his home, Konoha. But we know that Orochimaru is not gonna let that happen, and he already has plans to convince Naruto to fully join him. So let's jump back right into the what if. Orochimaru walks up to Naruto, placing both of his hands on his shoulders. He smiles at his experiment. Well done, Naruto, you have won the fight. Now you are able to go back to the Leaf Village. But let me ask you this. Is it necessary to go back to that village? They've always treated you as if you weren't from there. Naruto listens closely, concentrating on what Orochimaru is saying. Orochimaru continues on. Wouldn't it be nice to stay in the Sound Village, where you are both an accepted and respected person of the village? Orochimaru forms a creepier smile than he had before, and he thinks of lies to deceive Naruto to join his side. I heard that the Hokage was going to use you as a weapon and control you without you having a say in it. What I'm trying to say, Naruto, is that we need you in this village, and that the Leaf Village will not help you in any sort of way. Naruto doesn't move or say anything, thinking hard on what he's going to choose. Minutes pass, but they seem like hours to Orochimaru as he craves for Naruto to finish thinking and tell him his answer already. More time passes, and that's when Naruto finally has an answer. He slowly lifts his head up to Orochimaru, ready to speak. I know the Leaf Village seem to hate me. I know how the Leaf Village seems to not care about me. But I am a proud Leaf Villager who plans to become their leader one day and to change their perspective on me. I'll change every single one of them, and I will not leave my goal. I'm sorry, Mr. Orochimaru, but I choose not to stay here any longer. Orochimaru nods his head and tells Naruto to wait in the room for a while. He goes to get something. Naruto stands waiting and begins to walk around looking at what new things Orochimaru has been planning, like new experiments or new things he has been building. But at that moment, Naruto sets his eyes on a different kind of plan Orochimaru is doing. He looks closely at the paper and sees the plan saying tuning exams, Sand Village, Crush Konoha. Naruto goes frozen for a second and his eyes widen as he sees the next thing that was on Orochimaru's plan. Use Naruto as the ultimate soldier for this attack, deceive him into hating the Leaf Village first. It all comes together now for Naruto. All those years when he was taken to Orochimaru and got experimented on, private training for 4 years, Naruto then sums it all up in his head. Orochimaru was planning to use him all along. He throws the plan onto the ground and runs out of the room without Orochimaru knowing. After Naruto has escaped from Orochimaru's hideout, he plans to escape the village as well, so he can make his own way back to the Leaf Village. Orochimaru walks back into the room Naruto has just ran out of, and sees his Konoha crush plan on the ground. He lets out a breath of defeat, knowing that he has to kill his own experiment now. He signals the Sound Four to find and kill Naruto, which the Sound Four are happy so they can get Naruto back for killing Kimimaro. We cut to when Naruto is on the trail back to the Leaf Village, still scared by the fact that Orochimaru has been his enemy all along. But now he thinks he's all good since he's far from the Sound Village now. But at that moment, an incoming web comes out of nowhere and stabs into his arm, then swinging him into a nearby tree. Naruto quickly slices the web off his arm as he gets up. As he does that though, he sets his sight on 4 ninja, with one of them wearing a sound headband. Naruto shakes his head in disbelief. No, Orochimaru probably found out that I knew all about him and he sent them. But seeing how there was no other way out, he gets ready to battle the 4 sound shinobi. We cut midway into the battle when Naruto's on the defensive side but was able to get a few shots at them with his wood style, and also being able to get a good understanding of his surroundings with his Sharingan. But after he gets put in a corner and pushed to his limit, since all of them are teaming up on him, a rage fuels him to keep fighting on. His rage runs through his body into his mind, taking it over. An orange aura bubbles out of Naruto as his eyes turn red and his pupils turn slit-like. He has finally let the QB overcome him for the first time as he goes in to attack all 4 of the sound ninjas. Blinded by rage, Naruto lets out a whole lot of attacks without a plan, and after that Kitamura is able to catch Naruto off guard, getting some of his webs on his arm. Then Jirobe comes in to help him pull, ripping Naruto's arm off with all of his strength. Naruto's right arm goes flying into the ground, and with all of the pain that he had just got, it snaps him out of his QB state. Naruto then quickly dashes out of the battle, hurrying to get away from the Sound 4's view. He's able to get far away, but the Sound 4 are satisfied for now since they have just gotten Naruto's arm. We cut later when Naruto has finally made his way to the location that he has been looking for. As he slowly walks towards the entrance of the Leaf Village, he grips his new right arm that he had just regenerated by the use of his Hashirama cells. He finally gets there and sees the Leaf Shinobi at the entrance. They walk up to Naruto asking for his name before he enters the village. With a raspy voice still tired from his battle, he is able to tell him that his name is Naruto Uzumaki. The Leaf Ninjas all stare at him in shock, remembering that name, and also remembering that Naruto was presumed dead. They continue to look in shock as they see Naruto's Sharingan and goopy white arm, while Naruto chuckles his way into Konoha. He smiles as he looks at Konoha once again, getting a nostalgic feeling from the view since it had been 4 years ever since he had been here. Naruto continues walking along, then sets his sight on Hiruzen walking as well. He dashes over to Hiruzen so he could talk to him once again and tell him everything that had happened to him in the past years. Hiruzen hears fast, thudding footsteps coming his way, turning quickly to greet whoever is coming straight towards him, and to his shock he sees a slightly older Naruto arriving at his side. Hiruzen checks his eyes to see if he's hallucinating or not, but as he finds out that he isn't, his eyes widen in horror, looking at someone who was known dead for years. Naruto lifts his finger up, signaling Hiruzen not to say anything as he starts to explain every single thing that has happened to him. After some time, Hiruzen gets all the information from Naruto, but since Naruto said Orochimaru had taken him for years, Hiruzen thought it would be appropriate to interrogate him first, just to check if Naruto isn't some spy for Orochimaru. As Hiruzen gets people to interrogate Naruto, elsewhere Orochimaru enters a dark place that was isolated from the rest of the Sound Village. He goes deeper into the location that he's looking for, finding one of his former test objects so he could have a talk with them. Orochimaru presents himself to Jugo, telling him that he needs him to help him out, since the Sound 4 failed to bring Naruto back dead. First, Jugo doesn't feel like helping Orochimaru that much, but that's when Orochimaru brings up what happened to Kimimaro. He explains how Naruto killed Kimimaro and laughed at his dead body, showing how he didn't even care about his death. That's when Jugo gets interested in what Orochimaru wants him to do. Orochimaru then explains that he'll need Jugo to hunt down Naruto in the Leaf Village so he could get his revenge on him for killing Kimimaro. Without hesitation, Jugo accepts Orochimaru's order, desperate to avenge his friend's death. Back in the Leaf Village, Naruto has gotten out of questioning, successfully getting trusted by Hiruzen that he isn't a spy. Now both Naruto and Hiruzen are walking along as Hiruzen explains to Naruto about the gaining squads and how to get into one. Naruto quickly shows Hiruzen that he could do a Shattered Clone Jutsu easily and requests if he can do this so-called bell test with Hiruzen himself, so he could know what kind of level he's on. Hiruzen reluctantly accepts, grinning so he can show what he's made of to Naruto, and so Naruto could not be cocky. And that's when I'm gonna end it off for today. Sorry if it was short, but I'm planning to do something big for the next part, so remember to hit the like goal, which is 180 likes. Hopefully you did enjoy it, and like always, subscribe if you're new, hit that like button and turn on bell notifications. It's been the Blue Fang, peace.